I get. Oh, hi. Good
Hello.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Before we get started, we're going to hear from one of our sponsors, Deb LaPierre with Academy Mortgage. So let's hear from Deb.
Hi, my name is Deb LaPierre, and I'm a senior loan officer with Academy Mortgage. I have been in the mortgage lending industry for over 15 years. Purchasing a home is one of the most important investments that we'll ever make in our lifetime. So I feel that it is so imperative that you make the right choice. Being in this industry, I have had the pleasure and honor to help many, many people get into their homes, and I welcome the opportunity to be of service to you. Thank you so much.
Well, good morning, guys. Hey, you know what? Making the most out of your life should be an obligation you have to yourself. We only have this gift of one life. Why not make the most of it? So today on Midweek Mindfreak, we will be talking about how do you make the most out of your life?
We will, I promise.
Chuck and Angela run multiple million-dollar companies. They are members of Riz Media's Billionaire Club, have coached and mentored thousands of agents, and are international speakers. They say by radically changing your mindset, not only can you change your outlook on life, but affect the actual results you obtain. Welcome to Midweek Mindfreak.
Well, good morning, guys. Just going to give you a little preface. If you hear a little girl in the background, no, it's not my wife. She's right here.
Yeah.
We got our little granddaughter with
We
us,
do.
so she might jump on here
We
at
don't
any
know.
moment. But anyway, you know what, guys? We have this gift of having a life, this one life. And it's really sad when people don't make the most of their life to enjoy the luxuries of the life, the benefits, the happiness at every chance that you could have in this life. And you know what? When someone close to you dies, it really makes you think about the finality of this life that we live in. And so, I just recently lost my dad, and it does make you think. It makes you think about, wow, everything does come to an end, at least here on this earth.
Right.
And you got to question, do they make the most out of it? Did you enjoy your life? Did you find joy in it? And it's kind of crazy. Last night, my buddy Sean, when you talk to Sean Warren, he's amazing. The way this guy speaks, the way he thinks, and he's such a good friend of mine. Sean was texting me, and Sean saw a picture of me and my dad, and he says, what a great picture of you and your dad. It made me think of my dad that I lost about 11 years ago. And he goes, it's a curious thing when you lose a dad. And it's a curious thing when you lose someone really close to you. But then he said something that was just so profound. And he goes, we're up next.
Yep.
We're up next. Wow. When you really, really process that, we're up next. It just shows that there is finality. And it doesn't even mean that you have to be old to have that end come. But the more and more you spend here on earth, the closer and closer you're getting to that time. So that's why I think this topic is really powerful. And it really, it's a big deal for me and Angela to talk about this, because this is the way we live our life. So we're going to share with you guys about how do you get the most out of life and experience it.
So
She's just
running
doing
in circles at the
circles
moment.
everywhere
So am I starting?
until she falls.
Yeah, well, you're it. So one of the things
Charlotte.
that I had to learn, one of the things that has made my life so much more enjoyable is to understand that you don't just blindly follow rules. Some rules are meant to be broken. And rules, not all rules are necessary, are good, or helpful. And if you spend all your time trying to adhere to certain rules that sometimes you make up, Like you make them up, or somebody made them up for you, and you just blindly follow.
Everybody makes up some rules.
Yeah.
Unless they're coming from God,
right.
Somebody had to make them up.
Exactly. And so some, although are helpful, I just think that life is so much more fun if sometimes you just break the rules. So, oh yeah.
Yes,
hey.
we love Pam. Pam been with us a long time.
Yes, that's true.
Thanks, Pam.
Thank you. So yeah, actually Chuck taught me that not all rules need to be followed. Some are made to be broken, and that can be really fun sometimes, actually.
Yeah, the next big thing that you should be doing in your life is be grateful. Guys, always be grateful. Work at being grateful. It does take effort to be grateful for things. And humility goes hand in hand with that. But we should just be grateful every day. You just wake up and you get to enjoy a day here on this earth. And just by being in this country, although as divisive as it is right now, we need to be grateful because there's people in this world don't even have basic needs met where we in this country do. So appreciate the little things, and I guarantee when you start to appreciate, your life starts to become a little brighter and a little better. And I know we've talked about this before when we go on walks and stuff. Just enjoy nature.
Mm-hmm.
God gave us gifts that are not man-made. They're created by Him for our enjoyment. And yet it's kind of crazy how people stray, and what they start to focus on is gifts that are man-made and not God-made. And the gifts that are God-made are so much more beautiful.
And more satisfying.
And, oh my gosh, because He created them for us.
Yeah, for our good.
And so maybe if you're feeling like you're not getting the most out of your life, or you're not feeling as grateful, or you're depressed, stop focusing on man-made things and start focusing on God-made things. Enjoy nature, enjoy beauty. Look at the sunsets. We talk about that. It's kind of crazy. There's very few people, if you really think about this, once you guys challenge your thought process. When you look at a beautiful sunset, like just a picturesque, beautiful sunset.
We sure get them here, that's for sure.
Right. There's very few people that would look at that sunset and go, that's not beautiful.
That is ugly.
Now think about this. Why? Why do we all collectively look at some of these things that God's given us and just, you can't even put a finger on why, but in your core, you go, why is that so beautiful? Nature. You think about it. You could look at beautiful lakes and oceans and mountains. And there's very few people that go, oh, that's ugly. It's beautiful. And you can't explain why, except the fact that God created it for us. So be grateful, have humility in your life, and you'll see a lot of changes that'll start to happen to you.
And the next thing I think that we all need to remind ourselves,
she's shutting off our lights.
Yeah. The next thing we need to remind ourselves is you're not going to find satisfying happiness in stuff. No one actually really cares about your stuff. I mean, no one really cares. They don't, let me put it this way. They don't think better of you because of your stuff, you know? And stuff ultimately, even though it's great to have stuff, there's nothing wrong with stuff. It's not bad to have stuff, but you cannot place your joy in stuff. So distracted. So one of the things that you need to place your happiness in are things like the grace of God, things like relationships, things like building your character. People will enjoy you more, not because of your stuff, but because of the people, the kind of a person that you are, the actions that you take, the way that you speak, the way that you act, and how you enhance people's lives just by being a person of good character and caring. Yeah, that goes a long way, guys. And people feed off of that. So the next one is, you are inferior to no one. This is a big deal with me, especially when we go through life and we talk to a lot of people out there in the world.
throughout the countries when we talk about businesses. And it's amazing how some people look at us and feel like, well, we can't be you. Well, here's a newsflash, guys. We were broke. We were broke. We were at our wits' ends. We were at the lowest you could be. And we were the ones. And we look and go, look, nobody's better than us. And it's not a conceited thing, but no one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
That's right. Oh, I like that. Say that again.
You like that
one.
I do. No one can make you inferior without your consent. And think about, maybe you have somebody in your mind that goes, that you feel inferior to, that maybe they're luckier or that they're better than you, that their brain is more powerful than you. I mean, anything. Maybe you say, oh, well, they're prettier than me, smarter, funnier, whatever you want to call it. Here's the thing. God created us all in his image. Because every one of you have the potential of changing your life. It frustrates me when I talk to people and they go, oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had that kind of life. I wish whatever you want to do.
We all do that though sometimes.
Here's the sad part. That you convince yourself that you're inferior. And I'm going to tell you, and especially in the business, and I know with us at eXp Realty, I could change anyone's life. Anyone's life. And you got to get around the right people that empower you. So if you feel like you're not where you're at, it's your fault. 100% your
Absolutely. Which is good news, because if it's your fault, you can change it.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you really think successful people are any better than you? And I know the answer. You're probably saying, yeah. But here's a couple of things.
Maybe better off.
So ambitious people achieve success not overnight. They have a lot of setbacks they go through, a lot of adversities.
Yep.
And so here's the one. I like that. I might say something. Michael Jordan was cut from high school basketball team because he wasn't good enough. Look where he's at. The Beatles were rejected from a studio label because they had no future in show business. The Beatles. Charlie Chaplin was rejected by Hollywood because he was too nonsensical to ever sell. J.R. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, for over a year rejected from writing that book.
Of getting that book.
You could go on and on and on. The most successful people, it just didn't happen to them because they were better than you.
Oh my gosh, we have made some of the most colossal mistakes, which brings us to are you keep going? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm not done.
I'm sorry.
There is one simple difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. Is successful people never give up. Ever. Never give up. We give up way too easy.
Yeah.
I think about the J.R. Tolkien. Rejected
J.K.
for
Rowling.
Yeah, I'm mixing everything up.
You're talking about The Hobbit.
Yeah. For a year, rejected for a year. I start to train real estate. People feel rejected. Oh gosh, I tried that for a few weeks. It don't work. And
There's
you give
no
up.
weenies in real estate.
Come on now. Anyway, don't give up. Don't quit. Guys, remember, I want you to change your life because you don't know when that end is coming. What was your next one?
The next one is very closely related to this. Is if you're not feeling challenged, if you're not going through
She's trying to escape.
If you don't go through really challenging times, if you don't allow yourself to go through that kind of hard thing, you won't get the rewards. We have made so many colossal mistakes. Are you gonna grab her?
Yeah,
grab her. And so, if I started to
say hi to people, there you go.
If I started to make a list of all of the colossal failures we've had, you would probably feel better. Call me up, I'll tell you about them. Because the point is you have to go through those. We constantly challenge ourselves because we know what's on the other side of a challenge. On the other side of a difficulty or something that's challenging is the reward. So if you spend your whole life trying to have the easy way or trying to find the magic pill or trying to go down the path of least resistance, it's impossible to get the rewards that you probably seek. that you probably
Absolutely.
see.
Yes.
I'll help you because I will save you from grandpa.
Save you from grandpa. And I think lastly, I'm gonna end it up unless you have one more.
You just incorporate it.
So lastly, less thinking, more doing. Guys, you know what? You guys overthink stuff. It's amazing. It's process. Do it. Get out there. Change your life. Be excited. Educate yourself. Surround yourself with like people. You know, the thing with us when we moved to EXP, and now there's people out there that, I don't know, should I, shouldn't I? Here's what I'm going to tell you. And this is not trying to sell the company what we're doing, but if you want to change your life in real estate and you feel like you're not going in the right direction, surround yourself with us. We will help you change. It works. It's working for us. It's working for agents. Stop thinking and start doing, because you never know when the end is near. Here's the thing, guys. Life is finite. At least life here on earth.
That's right. And it doesn't matter what you know, it matters what you do with it. And some of you don't even want to hear about stuff. You don't even want to hear it. Close your ears. It's nuts.
Yeah. You become paralyzed and you feel like you're doing it alone. You're not alone, guys.
You don't have to be.
Life is meant to do it with others. I don't care how talented you are. If you think you can do this alone, this life, you're in for a rude awakening.
You're cheating yourself, by the way.
And I think, well, on a side note, that's one of the strengths and the cores of EXP Realty.
Yeah. Are the people. Yep.
They may say it's a virtual cloud-based company, but we're not alone.
Mm-mm.
And we're doing it together. And we're enjoying life. So guys, if you're out there and you've lost a loved one and someone close, it makes you think. It really does. And that reality puts this finite of life in your mind. And it's funny, a lot of people start questioning their life and maybe even become miserable. To us, me and Angela live life. We live life to its fullest, but we don't sit and hope things are going to happen. We go after it. We go after it and after it and after it. And the beauty of what we want to do is change people's lives.
You should come along. You should call us because we will help you go after it too.
It's one of the reasons why we do this. Change your mindset. Yeah. Surround yourself with like people. And then you will also have a changed life. Guys, if you ever want to reach out to us, always reach out. We're excited about this journey. We're excited about all the people that tune in, and we're very thankful for that. So hope you guys have a great day. We're going to tend to our little granddaughter. And yes, thank you guys. Have a great day. God bless.